So I started out teaching in this grappling club, okay, that I started. I just called it a grappling club because I didn't know nothing at this. I was paying rent for this out of this Taekwondo school. And after training with Roy Harris really taught me how to be a good instructor. I feel like I was a super, super good instructor. I had a really small gym. I worked a full-time job and did that just on the side. And I felt like I really built the confidence up in people. I had the first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts gym in Erie. I was the first MMA fighter, professional MMA fighter to come out of Erie, Pennsylvania, and I feel like I did really good. And my schooling, I really felt like even if like I don't have my gym anymore, and I think a lot of people I had a falling out with, especially with the stuff I got charged with and stuff. But I'm willing to bet you, if people told the truth, I promise you that they would tell you that I did a lot of good for them. You know, I built people's confidence up. I was really good at building people's confidence up and making them mentally tough. I've had a lot of people come to me and like, you know, I came to you to get my confidence back. You know, I had some altercations out in the street and I was scared. I got punked out or this or that happened, and I really turned these guys around and made them animals. And part of my routine, I was really proud about this. We started out the class, we'd start out doing stretches. We'd do stretches for like 15, 20 minutes, and that would give me an opportunity to talk to everyone. We would talk during the stretches, ask them questions. You know, I had some high school kids in there. Oh, how's school going? What's going on with school? You know, and sometimes they would tell me about some stuff that would happen in school, and I'd help them out. Some young kids, their parents came to me and told me they were getting picked on, and they wanted me to talk to them and kind of help them handle that. So I helped them handle that. I really built up the confidence in everyone, and I kind of did it. I did it through by building their mental toughness, and it started out from day one. I really preached, like, for example, like, I hate the phrase self-defense. Okay, I would use that when people would come in and, you know, talk about wanting to do classes. Oh, you know, I'm coming here to learn self-defense. And I'd be like, yeah, you know, I teach self-defense. But after they sign they sign that contract and they start training, I tell everyone, look, I do not teach people how to defend themselves. I do not teach self-defense. I teach people how to fight. Okay, when you talk about self-defense, anytime someone says, oh, I defended myself, I had to defend myself, that sounds like you're the weaker person. Okay, that sounds like you're getting beat up. I don't want anyone I'm training to feel like they're the weaker the person. I teach people how to fight. Okay, if someone attacks you, they're going to be the victim. Okay, you're not the victim. They're going to be the victim. You're going to turn the attacker into the victim. Okay, and I preach that big time. I would always say, look, I'm not teaching you guys self-defense. I'm teaching you guys how to fight. Okay, you're going to learn how to fight. And I was always big on that, talking about how to fight, you know. And you know, so I remember sometimes at my gym, I remember they talked about this one kid. His name was. A lot of my kids went to this high school called McDowell, and I remember this guy. His name was Paul Carpenter. Okay, this kid in high school, and they told me that he was getting picked on in school. So I was talking, I was like, hey, you know, don't let your friends, you know, they were telling me that their friends were picking on him. I was like, hey, don't let your friends pick on that kid. Like, that's fucking bullshit, you know. And I felt like my students didn't do enough. So I said, look, this is what I want you guys to do. For like a week or 2 weeks straight, I want you guys at lunch to go pick up his tray, offer to have him sit with you guys. And he doesn't have to sit with you guys. You can't make him. But if he doesn't sit with you guys, I don't care. I want you to keep an eye on him. And when you feel like he's almost done eating, I want you to say, hey, Paul, you know, I just wanted to take your tray up. I want you to take his tray and throw it away and put his stuff away. I want you guys to do that for a couple weeks for him. And they're like, okay, all right, we did that. And once they did that, they told me that it like the kid was shocked, who was surprised, and like the kid felt really good, and this kid ended up becoming friends with some of them. The kid never came to my class or anything like that, but that's the type of stuff that I would have my kids do. I didn't put up with any bullying, no bullshit like that. I made sure my kids acted right, and took care of each other.